Hey guys, Sam here with StudioSweat On Demand. It will begin with a 5-minute warm-up. Right after that, we go into about 20 minutes of body weight, high-intensity cardio work. All you'll need for this workout is a mat and yourself. So let's go ahead and hit the mat and let's get ready to sweat.
Get even more StudioSweat On Demand with our 7-day free trial. We've got a huge library of live and on-demand workout videos, all filmed in our studio and featuring real people just like you. Download our app today.
All right, so we'll start this warm up on our hands and knees. First movement, we're at 90 degrees, shoulders, 90 degrees, hips. All we're gonna do is lower down, so you're squeezing the shoulder blades together without bending the elbows, and then push back up. We call this shoulder protraction and retraction. Notice how the elbows are not moving at all. All I'm doing is bringing my shoulder blades to touch, and then pushing apart. So, kind of like a shoulder push-up. Let's just keep the head in line with your spine, and keep your belly button lifting up. This is gonna help to create more space here in the upper body, around your neck and your upper back. Yeah, the whole spine lowers down and the whole spine lifts up. Notice how the range of motion increases gradually as I continue to do this. We've got just about 5 seconds here. Next movement, we're gonna start in a plank position. I'll show you this next one. So we start in a plank. If you've done my workouts, you've probably done this one before. We're gonna step out into that runner's lunge, lower down to the back knee, the front forearm, and then we twist, reach up. We start this one in 3, 2, and 1. So we have that runner's lunge, lower down to the opposite knee and elbow, and then push away from the mat, squeeze out that glute, and twist up towards the ceiling. Try to step that front foot a little bit further forward with each one, and then reach closer to the ceiling as you rotate. That back leg reaches all the way up, knee to the ceiling. All right, so great one to open up the hips, get a little rotation in the spine. And then as you come down to the forearm, make sure that the opposite one, see how my elbow kind of goes in towards my body rather than out to the side. Keep it pretty narrow. And let's go for one more on each side. All right, we'll even that out and move on to that next one. All right, so once you're even, we're gonna come into our high bridge with a reach. So for this one, your feet are planted. I like to go like mat distance or wider, hands behind you. We're gonna press the hips straight up, look towards that top hand, sit down, and then switch. So squeezing the glutes as the hips come up. This is gonna help to stretch out the hip flexors and the quads. And keep a soft bend in the elbow of that back arm, and then top one is reaching straight through the ceiling. We want to try to keep those hips as square as possible so that we're not really rotating the knees. And again, just notice how you're able to get a little bit higher with each rep here. All right, just a couple more here. We've got about 15 seconds. All right, let's go for one more each side. Next one, we're going to go into that 90-90 position. In 3, 2, and 1. So 90-degree angles here. Try as best as you can to stay still so you're not traveling. What we're gonna do is lift the hips up, squeeze the glutes, sit back down, and then switch to the other side. You can start that whenever you're ready. If you need some assistance switching, take those hands behind you, and you wanna try to keep your feet planted the whole time. You may travel a little bit, but your goal is to stay still. So hips go forward, squeeze the glutes. This is gonna stretch out the front of those hips. And then as you rotate, this is gonna help to lubricate your hip joints just by moving those legs internal and external rotation. Look straight ahead as you lift your hips up, and then always press down into those knees as you're coming up to get these side glutes activated. We've got about 15 seconds here, just a few more. And then we have one more move after this. Try to keep this space long as best as you can. It's pretty tough to do on that switch. Let's go for one more on the other side. The last one is going to be up on our feet in 3, 2, and 1. So we have a prisoner squat to a side bend. So prisoner squat, your hands are behind the head, legs just hip distance apart. We lower into a squat, come up, squeeze the glutes, and then side bend one way, and come right back up. And when you go into that side bend, make sure that the hips stay really square. Contracting your glutes will help you to keep them even so that we're not putting too much pressure on the lower back. Head is gently pressing back into the hands, and this helps to keep the neck aligned with the rest of the spine. So waking up glutes, quads, obliques, and just getting a little bit of a stretch around those muscles on the side of your spine. Nothing too crazy fast here. Just move slow, get that body warmed up. We'll get plenty of high intensity stuff in this next portion here. We got about 15 seconds. Now this next part we're going into, it is 10 exercises, all body weight cardio work, and we'll repeat it 2 times. All right, in 3, 2, and 1, go ahead and rest. All right, so this next portion that we'll go through here is going to be 10 bodyweight cardio exercises. It's 45 seconds on, 15 seconds where I'll show you the next one, and we'll repeat it 2 times through. Let's go ahead and head to the mat. This is our first exercise. I'll show you before we start. So you're in a plank position. We're going into 1 push-up. We'll come up out of that push-up, runner's lunge, and then shoot through. So one more time, we have that push-up, runner's lunge, and shoot through. We start this in about 5 seconds. Let's get ready. First move here in 4, in 3, 2, and 1. So we have that push up, step the foot flat, and kick it through. Now this one is not high impact, but it's definitely high intensity. You do not have to go super quick with this, as it's the first movement. And I always think of the first round kind of like as a practice round. It's definitely going to be tough, but that second round is where we really want to pick up that intensity. Keep going here. We've got about 20 seconds to go. As you go into that shoot through, try to press your whole shape closer to the ceiling. 10 seconds, let's go for 1 more on each side. All right, in 5 seconds, I'll show you that next move in 4, 3, 2, and 1, recover. Okay, so next one's up on your feet, 2 swing jumps, and then 4 counts of our fast feet. So a swing jump is gonna be a squat jump with the arms swinging up, and then 4 counts, fast feet. We'll start this in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Swing the arms up, and then 4 counts. Just count to 4, whatever that feels like to you. And then plant those heels. 2 jumps, and 4 counts. Fast feet. Try to keep those hips nice and square. And keep the belly button lifted for those fast feet. Always plant the heels before you restart. All right, we're about halfway there. Every time you do those jump squats, make sure the head stays aligned. So you're looking forward as you jump, slightly down as you land, and try to keep those hips even. Let's go for 2 more. Jumps don't have to be that huge. My heart rate's already up really high. 1 more time. All right, we rest in 3, 2, 1, and recover. Okay, next one is gonna be 2 plank jacks and 1 jump squat. So down to the mat, 2 jacks. We'll plant those feet, 1 jump, and then go back down and repeat. In 5 seconds, hit that plank in 4, 3, 2, and 1, 2 jacks. Plant those feet, 1 jump, and roll through the feet as you land. For those plank jacks, try to avoid bouncing. Keep those hips nice and even. All right, I'll show you a nicer modification. If planting the feet is too much, you can step in and then do that jump. Almost there, guys. We have like 15 seconds. All right, 1 more time. Okay, go ahead and take that rest. Okay, next movement here. Curtsy lunge with a jump squat. So we're gonna start facing center. Curtsy lunge, you're gonna step 1 foot back. You can do whatever arms you want. Plant your foot, 1 jump. So it's 1 curtsy, plant your foot, 1 jump. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Again, doesn't have to be too deep, doesn't have to be too fast. And to make it low impact, you can always hit a squat instead of a jump. Notice how the head stays aligned with your spine. Hips are square the whole time here. So a lot of quads here, a lot of inner thighs. And then try to keep this space here really long. So actually going too deep sometimes, not always your friend if you feel yourself sinking into that hip. Try to keep this area braced. 10 seconds. Okay, let's go 1 more each side. In 4, 3, 2, and rest. Okay, next one is a little boxing combination. So we have 2 hooks, starting with the back arm, 2 uppercuts, 2 jumping jacks, and then switch sides. Let's start to the left. So if you step the left foot out, Hook with the left in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut, 2 jacks, and switch. So I'm kind of at a diagonal for the punches, face straight forward for those jacks. Keep those arms nice and strong. So you're feeling a lot of core work, oblique work here with those punches. Already halfway there. Oops. So you have one of each. Hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut. Sometimes I have to say it in my head to remember. And try to keep that trunk area nice and strong while we do these punches. Okay, one more. All right, and let's take that quick recovery. Next one here we have a jump squat combination. So it's 2 sumo jumps. We hop out twice. 2 ski jumps, hop in twice. Then we go out, in, in. This one's super intense. Catch your breath. We'll start wide. In 5, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So 2 hops wide, 2 hops narrow, and then out, in, as best as you can. Try to keep your head on the same height here. Keep all this core area braced. 2 wide, 2 narrow, out, in, in. Whew. So you get quads, glutes, inner thighs, definitely heart rate up. Light landing here, so we're not landing onto a flat foot. Try to roll through as best as you can. 15 seconds here. The quads are on fire. So when we stay low the whole time, we never come up, it's gonna keep that tension in the front of the thighs. Oops, too wide, too narrow. We rest in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, next one, oh man, burpees. Why do I always put these in the workouts? Okay, so we're gonna go down into that squat. Jump out, chest to the ground, come in, and jump up. We start this one in 5, 4, in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Okay. So these ones, again, you don't have to go super fast. If you want to modify it, step out, step in, and then step up. You can add that clap at the top if you like. Whew, and try to keep those feet flat before you jump up. All right, 20 seconds here. Roll through the feet when you land. Let's go, 2 more. Whew, okay, take that rest, fix your hair. Next one we have a lateral lunge with 2 jumping jacks. We got about 15 seconds. So lateral lunge, we're gonna step out to the side, come in, 2 jumping jacks, and then switch sides. Catch that breath, we have 4, 3, 2, and 1, here we go. Side lunge, step in, 2 jacks, and then switch. When you go into that lunge, keep your head aligned with your shoulders for the jacks. You don't have to be big, just keep those arms strong and the core tight. Okay, 2 more moves, then we'll repeat it 1 more time. So first part, super intense, and then we'll go into our cool down and core portion on the mat. Maybe step a little wider with each one. Maybe go a little faster if you're feeling it. 1 more each side. Okay, let's finish on that left side. In 4, 3, 2, 1, and recover. Okay, next one's an alternating pop squat. So you can step out, step together, step out, step together, or jump out, jump arms up, and then down, back up. We start in 3, in 2, and 1. So we reach 1 hand down, both feet together, arms up. Try to keep your spine super straight. We want to avoid rounding. Keep your butt back and your chest forward. Always looking down at that hand, and then eye level as you jump together. Halfway there. Hips stay square. Try to avoid rotating through the hips. The rotation is just a little bit in those shoulders. 15 seconds. Okay, final 10. Say hello to your quads. Let's go 1 more on the right. In 3, 2, 1, and recover. Okay, last one. This one we have a kick. You're gonna step back and then jump lunge to switch. 1 kick, step back, a little hop to switch. Last one, we'll take a little longer recovery and then we repeat. Let's start in 3, in 2, and 1. Here we go. Kick, step back, switch. You can do any arms. I like to go opposite arm as leg. Helps me to keep those hips and shoulders square and try to land light from that lunge. This one's super challenging for the balance as well. So again, doesn't have to be real fast. Just focus on keeping everything square. Press into that heel as you come up for your kick, so you're standing all the way upright, and then a little lean over that front thigh. 15 seconds here. All right, one more each side. Let's even that out. We rest in 3, 2, 1, recover. Okay, so we're gonna take 1 full minute to rest. Just catch your breath. We're doing it one more time. You wanna get your heart rate, your breathing, all the way back to normal before we go back into it. Big breaths in through the nose, deep breaths out through the mouth. 1 minute may seem like a long time to recover, but notice how much more energy and intensity you can put into this next round. So we do all those moves one more time. I'll try to go a little bit deeper, maybe a little bit faster. Now that you know the movements, this is the round to really push it. We've got about 30 seconds here. We're doing it one more time. So that first one is the push-up, runner's lunge kick through. Enjoy this recovery. So this is the last 10 minutes of high intensity work. After that, it gets a little bit nicer. Okay, so we have like 20 seconds. Let's go ahead and get set up. Fix his hair before we get into this. Okay, so 10 seconds. We're gonna start that push-up, runner's lunge, kick through. So from your high plank position, let's just get set up. Fingertips can point forward or outward. Toes are tucked, knees are up. I'm gonna show you real quick before we start. When you do the push-up, make sure those elbows are not going out wide. You want them to go to that 45, even if it's not a huge depth here. We start in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Push up, step that foot out for your runners, kick it through. Your goal is to get that big toe to touch your palm, rotating as much as you can. But again, do what you can. This is a pretty intense exercise. If you need to modify that, you can keep both hands down, kick through just as much as you can. For that push-up, try to keep your head up in line with your spine and push the whole shape up as one unit. I have about 15 seconds. Remember, this is the last time you'll do these moves, so try to do as best as you can. Get a little lower, twist a little deeper, push away from that mat for the shoot through. Okay, one more time. We have 5, 4, even it out in 3, 2, 1, and recover. Okay, next one we have our 2 swing jumps, and then 4 counts fast feet. In 5, one more breath. In 4, 2 swings. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Jump and jump. Shuffle those feet for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant the heels. Jump, big jump, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. So those 4 counts should be like 4 slow counts. It should be longer than you want to stay there for. Hips stay square, light on those toes. Head in line with shoulders always. Plant those heels before you jump. 15 seconds here. Maybe swing those arms a little higher. Maybe jump a little bit higher. Whew, 10 seconds. Okay, let's finish with 5 counts fast feet. In 4, in 3, 2, 1, and recover. Okay, next one, we are going 2 plank jacks, 1 jump squat. 10 seconds. Let's hit that mat, high plank pose. Okay, in 5 seconds, 2 plank jacks, 1 jump squat. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Make sure those feet are planted before you jump up. Keep your belly button up for those plank jacks, and then jump all the way upright for that jump squat. Make sure the hips are in line with your heels as you jump. Feet stay flat before you come up. Over halfway. 20 seconds. Okay, let's do one more rep here. One more jump squat. Whew. And take that rest. All right, guys, next one. We have that curtsy lunge and jump squat. I'm gonna go off the mat here just so I can get a little bit more space side to side. We have about 10 seconds. So for that curtsy, try to keep the hips square. We wanna avoid rotating or sinking into either side. We start in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Curtsy, plant the foot, big jump. Make sure those hips stay even. So not the deepest curtsy ever. Any arms that feel right. I like to swing them down as I jump for this one. And then just find any centered position that works for you. As you jump, look straight up to eye level. And then in that curtsy, you're looking about a foot or two in front of your big toes. All right, just about 15 seconds. We're 2/3 of the way there. Start to feel those glutes, inner thighs, quads, obliques. Ton of muscle groups working here. Okay, one more each side. We rest in 4, 3, 2, 1, and recover. Okay, we have that boxing combo next. So remember, whichever side you're stepping out to, that is the arm that leads. 2 uppercuts, and then 2 jacks will face forward to those jacks. 5 seconds, step to the right in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut. Face forward for your jacks. Second side. When you do those hooks, it's like you're punching someone in their jaw or their cheek. And then with the uppercuts, it's like you're punching somebody in their chin. From the side, from the bottom, and then 2 jacks. Keep those punches under control. We want to avoid swinging or flailing. Think of actively contracting your arm muscles and your core muscles. Keep them tight and close to the body. 15 seconds. This is my favorite karaoke song. 10 seconds here. All right, one more each side. Last time here. Hook, hook, uppercut, 2 jacks, and then take that rest. Okay, next one is going to be that jump squat combination. So we have 2 sumo hops, 2 ski hops, out, in, in. This is that quad burner. We start wide in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Out, in, out, in. Super important to keep that core tight so that we're not just coming into those joints as you land. Think of bracing with your whole entire trunk area. Again, any arms you like. Head is staying kind of level as best as you can. Too wide, too narrow. Out, in, in. So now I'm starting to feel more inner thighs. Cool with the second set. Once those quads burn out, you might feel the other muscles that are working. There's a lot of muscles involved. So second set, you might feel the same movement a little different. One more time. Too wide, too narrow. Out, in, and recover. Whew. Okay. Burpees, one more time. Favorite exercise ever. Hardest one to do on camera. 10 seconds. Catch your breath. All right, in 5, in 4, we go. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Chest and mat, elbows tight. Plant those feet. Jump up. Remember, these don't have to be super fast. I much prefer focus on your form rather than your speed. Elbows narrow, feet planted, and then as you jump, hips are over your heels. Halfway there. Okay, 15 seconds. 2 more. One more time here. Whew. Okay, no more burpees. Okay, next one. We have that lateral lunge, 2 jumping jacks. So side lunge, 10 seconds. 3 more moves. Almost there, guys. In 5 seconds. Let's go out to the right in 3, 2, 1. Side lunge, step in, 2 jacks. Switch sides. Hips go back, chest stays up. So again, we're trying to keep that space between the rib and hip as we go to the side. Arms strong for those jacks. Maybe step a little wider. The jacks don't have to be huge, just focus on keeping everything contracted here. Okay, 15 seconds here. 2 more moves, we're almost through this cardio portion. 1 more each side. All right, last one here. We rest in 4, 3, 2, 1, and recover. Okay, so we have that alternating pop squat next. Remember to modify, you could step out, step in, otherwise we're gonna hop and then jump. 7 seconds. 2 more moves in 5, Start legs wide in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we reach it, hop together. Reach down and hop. Look down towards your middle finger and try to reach your chest forward and your hips back. Feet stay flat for that squat, and then you're up on your toes as you jump up. Okay, 20 seconds here. Last couple reps, hips stay super square. Remember, try not to rotate those hips as you go down. 10 seconds. One more each side. We rest in 4, 3, 2, and recover. One more move. That playlist is ahead of us. It wants us to cool down already. We got one more move, playlist. We're going lunge, kick, and switch. Last one, then we take it down to the mat. Let's do it in 5. Kick right in 4, 3, 2, here we go. Kick, step back, switch. Kick, step back, switch. So if you're feeling it, if you have a lot of energy left, go quick. Make it super intense. If you're like me and you're like, man, this is hard, slow it down a little bit. You're still getting tons of work here, a lot of cardiovascular. When you piece all these exercises together for 20 minutes straight, it's definitely great cardiovascular work, even if you have to go a little bit slower for this last one. But if you have it, push it, 20 seconds. The intensity is about to cool down a lot. I know you're as excited as I am. We have 10 seconds here. Okay, one more each side. We come to the hands and knees in 3, 2, and 1. Catch your breath. 15 seconds. Hands and knees. We're just gonna go cat-cow. So chin to chest, push away from the mat, round your spine, and then reach your sit bones and sternum in opposite directions. 3, 2, 1. So I'm using my abs to curl the pelvis and ribs together. Make sure to push away from the mat as you stretch in opposite directions so that we're not sinking into the shoulders. Keep that stretch in the front side. So this is going to stretch the back, contract the front. This is going to stretch the front and contract the back side. We have just 4. Rest in 3, 2, 1, and recover. So again, my name is Sam with StudioSweat On Demand. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys, and I'll see you very soon.